This week on Dr. Drew After Dark, Dr. Chase agrees. I hear a lot of
And remind me, I know obviously everyone knows gynecomastia, but just a refresher, just for the people that don't know. Unplanned here.
Oh, yes.
We just knew.
I'm fine with my porn and prostitutes. I'm good.
Is that's what I'm saying?
No, that's what the males say.
Yeah.
And the women are saying,
Okay.
women, you can say that too. Welcome to Dr. Drew After Dark. Please be advised that Dr. Drew After Dark may contain sexually oriented content and be unsuitable for young children. Hey everybody, welcome to Dr. Drew After Dark. We appreciate you being here. We love doing this show, so thank you for joining us. Again, the voice messages, which I get to sprinkle in once in a while, 818-253-1693. As you know, I prefer the female voice messages just because you guys just are very much more colorful. The men, you guys can call in. Anybody can leave voice messages. It's all good. And anybody can leave emails at drdrewafterdark@gmail.com. And today, one of our favorite guests, her yearly visit, Chase O'Donnell, everybody. Chase is here. Chase has a YouTube special, People Pleaser. Where else? What else going on?
Yes, that's what's going on. I'm going to be headlining in Austin May 18th. So I'm going to try to pack that room. So that's coming up. And also La Habra in California, April 22nd. So those are the things I wanted to plug. Okay. And then, yes, check out People Pleaser.
And of course, you know, during your normal outings in La Habra, make sure you check out the comedy club.
Everyone loves La Habra. So
is it near Long Beach?
Yeah, it's like Orange County. They said it's La Habra's first comedy night.
Wow. I think about La Habra, it's sort of near Fullerton, maybe. Is that sort of
I think that's about right.
Brea. Sort of
it's around all that.
All that.
Yeah.
But check out Orange County. It's
always close to everything.
Orange County is the best part of California, anyway. So whatever.
Is
that where you live?
No.
But
we love La Habra.
Susan's from Newport, so so we're from down there. But last time you and I saw each other, we spent the day in the park.
I'm so glad you brought this up. We did a musical in real life.
Can you guys find it? Maybe is that appropriate? Yeah, okay.
I don't think we can play the music.
Right. Yeah. That's unfortunate.
But can we play the real part?
The part where we're singing? Oh, God.
We did so many takes of the real part.
Is that more than normal?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, because
it was very uncomfortable. Why did you make me do that?
Because we do it in front of like people doing Taekwondo, but they like had no reaction.
Yes. We ran through them, though. That was kind of interesting.
We like just kept doing it in places where people had no reaction, that we had to keep one-upping where we ended up in the park, like a kid's playground.
I was hoping you'd show the sort of the never before seen edited pieces. You know, the stuff that didn't make it to air. That'd be fun, right?
Why don't I do that? Now? Okay. I'll get that together.
Now that we're promoting it.
You are way far back on my Instagram.
I'm way far back, or they were looking way far back?
Scrolling too far back.
Too far back. It was relatively sort of recent.
Just click on my reels on Instagram if you go up.
So we'll explain to people that don't know what we're talking about, what it is you do.
Okay.
Yeah.
These are musicals, and then cut to what musicals are really like if this was happening in real life. Did I explain
part of the time, because you studied this subject, right?
Yeah.
You were a performer. You thought, what if I stage this in the real world?
Yes.
In the real world, mouthing some of the classic recordings of it, except halfway through you break out of the recording into real, where you're actually singing the materials.
Because you're a musical guy. Do you ever watch musicals and think like, this wouldn't really happen?
From the moment I first laid eyes on a musical,
I watched them, and
that's
go,
what I like about
this wouldn't go down.
You mean people wouldn't start singing about Oklahoma and dancing?
I'm on to them. I know something's not
here's
real.
Us.
Okay,
this is
here
us.
we are.
Oh my! So I guess you're not going to hear the first part, right? Is that how it's going
to? You did so well with this choreography.
Well, they were like 1, 2, 3, 4.
And we were like, arms.
All we'll say. Now they pull back. And we ran through the playground, I think. And I didn't know what the hell we were doing. You were like, come with me. Let's go. Run.
And then I think we went into the second part just unplanned here.
Oh, yes.
We just knew.
Off pitch. Like, completely messed up. Now people look.
So, yeah, we did that in real life.
And we
times?
In that particular spot?
No, we did it all over in different spots.
It felt like about 40 times.
Yeah.
4 does not feel like it was enough. You're like,
sorry.
Great, perfect. We gotta do it again. We gotta do it one more time. And it's like each time I think I felt smaller and smaller and smaller. And it's literally you're out in the middle of a public place.
I think, did I not bring you alcohol?
No.
Because a lot of times I take a shot and do it.
That makes perfect sense. That would have helped.
Yeah.
I would have done a better job, certainly. So I'm not sure we're giving it its fair due, how embarrassing it actually is. Because it's not like people are sort of getting what we're doing.
No.
You look like a complete fucking lunatic out there. And
feel like one.
And part of it, we're just sort of, if I remember right, we're sort of saying the words of the songs too. Even we're not just mouthing them. There's things coming out of our mouth.
Yeah, we were singing
we were
too.
Kind of singing.
But don't you feel by the end you're like, whatever?
Oh, absolutely. By the end, you'd broken me.
Yeah,
completely.
It's like, okay,
Chase, we've been here for 3 hours. Whatever.
I was so impressed with you. I'm just so happy people get to see your hidden opera singing talent.
My gayness.
You're so talented.
I'm the straightest gay man in the world.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a
really
pleasure to
amazing.
meet you. But didn't we sing something else too? Wasn't there another part we sang?
Yeah. I posted those all on my stories, so they've disappeared.
Oh, but that's what we actually sang.
Yeah,
though.
we actually sang for like 3 minutes.
Yes, mm-hmm. That was fun. I liked doing that part.
Me too.
I liked it better when we were actually singing.
You didn't like the embarrassing.
Well, if you remember, I kept
people.
saying, "Can't we let's just try this and just sing it?" It somehow felt better to do that. So it's the weirdness of not really people like what in the hell are these lunatics doing?
Yeah.
And then your production partner is into it. She's great.
Well, she's not into musicals,
but she's into getting this right.
But she loves the embarrassment factor. I
wish you'd told me that before, because it didn't come across. She seemed all business, and now that you mention it, I realize all business was
loves
to put
embarrassing
us in the worst possible positions.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, there's people doing Tai Chi silently over there. Yeah. We need to stand in the middle of that group and start screaming.
Shout out to Nicole Lip.
But she does a good job with the camera, that's for sure. She knows what she wants.
Oh yeah. It's so fun working with her.
I had so much. My favorite part, though, I have to tell you, was watching you look at the takes. Because you have absolute joy and glee with the more sort of impossible and embarrassing it is, the more you enjoy it, the more glee there is in your face. So that would get me through to the next take.
Good. I have a vision before going in.
But I must tell you that you were having such joy. I thought, oh, thank, we got it. And then you'd go, okay, now I have another idea. And I thought, shit, your appreciation of what you were looking at had no relation to whether or not we were going to do 10 more takes or not.
Yeah.
So, Well, what is that all about, by the way? How do you enjoy it that much and then go, no, we're going to do another one?
I have no idea. I think I just, in my mind, I have this idea of what I want it to be. Okay. So like,
it has to get right.
It has to get right there.
Well,
I knew it was in us.
The outtakes is in us.
Okay, I'm going to post the outtakes, so when this is airing, it'll already be up.
I haven't seen them.
Okay.
So yeah, it should be up by then. So we have lots of really good calls up here. I want to get some calls.
Oh boy.
I'm reading them and thinking, poor.
I'm reading them too.
Yes. Poor Chase. Okay. So Let's start with Noah. But did your plugs in? Did we get all the plugs in?
Got all the plugs in. I'd love to talk to you about special forces, but that can be later.
Okay, let's take a couple calls, then we'll do special forces. This is Noah from Kentucky. Noah, what's going on?
Hey, Hitler, how's it going?
Good. What's happening, my friend?
I'm just chilling out on this beautiful Wednesday.
Cool. What's up?
Well, I had, or I guess technically still have, gynecomastia, which I'm sure you know what that is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I had big old knockers when I was a teenager, but I had those removed. But my cum don't work, and I was wondering if that is a direct cause of the gynecomastia.
What do you mean your cum don't work?
Well, it's for one, it has no viscosity to it. It's not sticky at all, and it's not. I don't shoot a lot. There's very, very little that comes out, and I have blown loads in several women, and I've never gotten anybody pregnant.
So that may or may not mean anything, and the thin semen is normal. Some guys, that's just the way it is, and this notion that men can have these eruptions, that's pornography. That's not reality.
Okay.
Dr. Chase agrees. I hear a lot of
And remind me, I know, obviously everyone knows gynecomastia, but just a refresher, just for the people that don't know.
Well, essentially, it's I have more estrogen than I should. I was born with a imbalance in hormones.
Well, okay, it's a little more complicated. Not quite.
Okay.
So gynecomastia just means breast enlargement. Okay, it's and particularly the breast glandular development. It's not just the fat, but it's actually some glandular development too.
Okay,
and that happens in adolescence in some males. Reason being that right around the time of puberty, before the testosterone really has a chance to pick up. Sometimes the adrenals produce a bunch of estrogen, and men will get some breast growth in response to that.
Okay.
It's actually very common. It's usually just sort of a nipple butt or some nipple enlargement, but it can be quite pronounced in some men, and they have to have it removed, plastic surgery, which is what he had done, even though he says he's having still some persistent gynecomastia. And he's wondering if that gynecomastia could still be causing the weak semen or the thin semen, which is possible, but you need to have everything checked, right? You need to get your testosterone levels checked, your estrogen level checked, and we'd have to understand why that was happening to you. And there's a lot of different reasons, I mean, even genetic reasons. So you'd want to get that evaluated, and you're wondering if it has some impact on fertility. Yeah, but we don't know that it has to have that yet. So I would definitely look into it. Can you do that? See an endocrinologist?
Absolutely.
All right. That's what you're going to do, my friend. Go ahead. Yeah, goodbye. That's it.
Goodbye. That's it.
Yeah. This is interesting. Do you watch Love on the Spectrum?
I don't watch it, but I'm aware of the show.
I'm not going to be critical of you for not watching it. It's okay. You look embarrassed.
Well,
I don't watch it. I'm sorry.
I really wish I did watch it.
Well, I wish I watched it for this particular caller. His name is
Okay.
Ben, and he's down here in Texas. Ben, what's up?
Hello.
Hey, Ben.
Hi, Ben.
So recently I've been testing myself and discovered that I may be diagnosed with high-functioning autism spectrum disorder.
What we call it sort of non-neuronormative.
Definitely.
Okay.
And I thought I was normal for the 30 years of my current life, but knew there was something different about me. I have a hard time picking up on social cues and haven't dated since high school. And in high school, obviously, friendships and people are very common and easy to come around. And in the adult world, it's much less common. And not being able to pick up on social cues, it's much more difficult to communicate with women.
Yeah.
And obviously, therapy would be the best way to go, but just wondering if there's any insights on developing relationships for someone with autism.
There are techniques, sort of cognitive behavioral techniques, to help you see things or sort of systematize things a little more cognitively so you can understand what you're seeing. And what would you feel? We're talking to Chase O'Donnell, okay? And
Hi,
I'm wondering,
Ben.
and I'm wondering if Chase would, let's say you were really attracted to some guy, and it turns out, he's not. You didn't really notice it, but he's suddenly not picking up on stuff. Would you have wanted him, or would you want him to say, you know what, I've got this brain thing. I wonder if you could help me with it. Kind of thing.
I dated someone who is high functioning autism that like told me while, like, I didn't know. It was like while we were dating, he said he was diagnosed really young, but like it wasn't like that big of a thing.
Yeah, and there's about 30% of autistic type that sort of outgrows it. They sort of either adapt or there's something that changes. They learn to manage it.
But yeah, I think expressing that early on would be really helpful. And then
how early? First date, third date? Because that's a hard thing.
Yeah, I think first date, being like, hey, like, just so you know, I don't pick up on social cues that well. Call me out. Like, kind of like be forward about it.
But you were just funny about it too. So if you could, and it's hard to be funny with autistic. It's hard. But how are you with humor, Ben? Can you get humor? Be funny.
I love humor. Yeah.
All right. So
I got the pants high up and tight.
Good. Excellent.
Okay.
Good. So do what Chase says. You use a little levity.
Use a little humor with it, and then it'll make the girls or whoever you're dating comfortable just by being like, hey, like, this is the deal, and like, please call me out. Like, let's have fun with this. Like, I'm aware that I might not pick up on things, and you need to just be so straightforward with me. And the girl might really enjoy that.
And then your job, I would say, Ben, is to not get frustrated or afraid or overwhelmed. You know what I mean? Stay open. Does that make sense? Not.
I go into the fight, flight, or freeze response, and I usually tend to flee. I tend to run away.
No. Can't do that.
I've also been on a date, Ben, where a guy, we were having coffee and he threw in that he had autism, like really it just came up like, oh yeah, and with my autism, X, Y, and he kept going. And I wish he had stopped and like talked about it for a little longer, because then I felt awkward bringing it up and I didn't know if I was allowed to talk about it. So I think it's really, really normal, the fact that I've dated two guys.
It's very common.
And so just know that...
I sometimes think it's an advantage when people are aware of it, because otherwise you're off balance. You don't know what's going on. You think it's you.
And then if you make it like something that you're comfortable talking about, that'll just, I think, be the...
And don't flee. Thing. Don't flee.
Yeah.
But pull that into the room too.
Yeah.
Pull everything into the room. Just go, hey, normally I get kind of frightened by this. I'll try to stay with you, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay?
You got this, Ben.
All right, Ben.
Woo!
Definitely.
All right, buddy. I like, we're doing more dating stuff here. There's some more dating calls.
Oh,
this is
fun.
good. This is fun.
I feel like I'm good with dating
You
stuff.
are, and your humor is around this too. And we rarely get a chance to talk to you about this stuff. So, well, when every customer, every moment, every penny counts in your business, you cannot afford to take any of it for granted. Stamps.com gets it because for the last 25 years, they've been helping businesses like yours save time, save money, so you can focus on your business, knowing Stamps.com has all your postage needs covered with premium discounts and great rates. With Stamps.com, all you need is a computer and printer. They even send you a free scale, so you'll have everything you need to get started. If you need a package pickup, you can easily schedule it through your Stamps.com dashboard. And if you sell products online, Stamps.com seamlessly connects with every major marketplace and shopping cart. Set your business up for success. When you get started with Stamps.com today, sign up at Stamps.com/Dr. Drew for a special offer that includes a 4-week trial, free postage, and a free digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts. Just go to Stamps.com/DRDREW. If you'd like a shortcut to better sleep, possibly more energy, maybe calmer, affect mood, you should make sure you are supplementing magnesium daily. About 75% of people are magnesium deficient. This deficiency can lead to higher levels of even sometimes anxiety, trouble sleeping, low energy. Magnesium is actually involved in more than 300 chemical processes inside your body. I remember my endocrinology fellow back in training hammered me about the importance of magnesium. Good news is you can experience a number of positive health benefits just from getting enough magnesium. There are actually 7 unique forms, and you must get all of them if you want to experience all of its health-enhancing effects. I would suggest Magnesium Breakthrough by Bioptimizers. It's the only organic full-spectrum magnesium supplement that includes the 7 unique forms of magnesium for better sleep and hopefully stress relief, all in one bottle. Visit magbreakthrough.com/afterdark to order now. Oh, and in addition to the discount you get by using our promo code AFTERDARK, there are always amazing gifts with each purchase. That's always why you should love shopping at Bioptimizers. Go now to magbreakthrough.com/afterdark to get your magnesium breakthrough and find out this month's gift with purchase. Chantal is going to continue this. What's up, Chantal?
Hi, Dr. Drew. Oh my God. I'm actually wondering what questions I can ask this guy that I've been seeing for a year to get him to open up to me.
Give us a little more about what you mean by open up. What's happened? What are you experiencing with him? Try to describe that to us.
I just feel like I don't really know him very well. And he knows me so well, but I never shut up. So I just don't know how to get him to tell me more about him without getting him high as hell. Like, the only time he'll really talk to me is if we smoke pot.
Oh.
How long have you guys been dating? This is Chase, by the way.
Hi. A year come the end of April.
A year.
And is he the one?
Ooh.
I like to think so.
What a question.
He's so great.
Okay.
What a question.
Well,
a male would never ask that question.
I have a problem.
That's
like,
interesting.
I was dating a guy that didn't talk. I was the one that was always starting the conversation.
And you don't like that?
I didn't like that at all. It ended up being a deal breaker. Yeah.
And he still couldn't do it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we don't, God, this is going to sound pejorative, but we don't like to talk.
Oh.
And women actually have a motivational state around talking. As Chantal says, she never shuts up, and that feels good.
That's how I am.
To us, it doesn't feel good to talk. We sort of are a little aversive, most guys, a little aversive to it. Now, of course, look, when I talk and generalize, I'm not saying all guys all the time, but generally there's a tendency for males to sort of, but if we're good at listening, if we really focus on listening, that can kind of be okay. Because then we can respond. We can still respond to you and tell me more. And I feel that it's easier, I would think, for us to respond than to talk. You know what I mean?
So, like, there are certain questions that would get you to open up.
Maybe.
Have you ever done those New York Times, like, it's like 10 questions to fall in love? Like, there's these like icebreaker questions that are for relationships. Have you ever played a game like that?
No, and I have just recently started thinking about having him try and play those with me.
That's good. That's
why not
fun. That would be an interesting way.
And when you have tried to talk, like, what is it specific? Like, if I was him, let's do a little role playing. So,
okay.
Chase likes this.
I like this.
And so ask me, what is it you wanted me to tell you? I tell you everything. You know me. I don't know. I don't know. What do you want me to say?
I'll ask what he did for the day and what part of the day he enjoyed. What did he like doing today?
Right, you're going to talk
and
to
I
me.
don't get much of an answer.
You're going to talk to me. What's his name?
Jake.
Jake, I'm Jake, so talk to Jake. So I'm gonna answer as Jake, which is I don't know, it's fine. It's usual. I'm fine. Do you want to get dinner?
Yeah, that's basically exactly how it goes.
No, keep going. I'm Jake. Keep talking to me. Let's figure out where this is. What you really want. Go.
Yeah, I'd probably. What do you want to get to eat? Is really where I'd go.
I don't know. What do you usually pick the place? Let's just go where you want to go. I want to go where you want to go.
But what are you feeling?
What am I feeling? I'm feeling like I'm. Do you want to have sex? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you mean, or?
No.
No. Oh, I want.
Not what I mean.
Okay. Oh. After
what
dinner?
What kind of food do you want to eat?
I don't know. Let's get some.
Or is there a particular food you're feeling? Like Mexican?
Mexican would be good.
Food.
Bar. You know what? The bar food sounds really good. That does sound good. Let's go. I'd like to sit at the bar. I'd like to sit there, watch the Final Four, and that'd be cool. Let's go do that.
Okay. Absolutely.
Let me
I'd
tell you,
love to.
Chantal. Let me tell you something. You're freezing a little bit too, which is interesting. Right?
I know where she's coming
she's
from.
Blocking.
Though. She doesn't want to upset Jake.
Jake is Jake. He's not going to get upset.
Oh, really?
No,
she
why
doesn't
would
want
we
to
get
be
upset?
like, come on, Jake.
No, well,
talk to me.
Don't do that, because then we're like, what? I'm talking to you. We don't know what you mean. You've got to be real. Men, you have to be so specific with us. You really do. You have to go, look, I have so many questions and we never seem to get to them. Who was your first grade teacher? You have to be really specific. Who was the first girl you ever did? Whatever it is you wanted, you got to get right specific. And do not expect a chapter when we respond. It's going to be just sort of, when I was in 7th grade, I had a girlfriend once.
So what do you think about those like pre-made questions?
That's fine. That's good. And I think game playing is very, very good. But I want to get Chantal, I want to see what she wants. I want to see what's preventing her from getting what she wants. And part of it is you're scared. You're afraid. I don't know if you're afraid you're going to find something you don't know, you don't want to know, or you're afraid he's going to get angry. I do not walk on eggshells around people. I generally, that's not a good way to go. And just kind of be very direct and very, very targeted, very specific. If you're too general with us, we're going to give you kind of a general answer, because that's where we're at. You say, how you feeling today? Fine. It's all right. But if you said, did that asshole come to you again and ask again for that same paperwork? Then we'll tell you that. Does that make sense? I like that it's confusing to you too, Shay.
Yeah.
Why is it confusing?
I thought I would try asking what was your favorite part of the day, or
No, too vague. Too
general still.
No, too vague. Gentlemen, booth boys. Am I? You guys feel me on this?
You're kind of dead on.
accurate.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, we're not gonna volunteer to have some random discussion about.
But we
nothing.
don't think
what do
in
you
those
wanna talk
terms.
about?
You're asking us to sit down and go, okay, did I? It's like not in us, but we will answer. We are sort of goal directed, and if there was something I was supposed to do or I was worried about doing, did you do X? Yes, I did it, and how'd it go? Went good. How do you feel about it? Now I can tell you how I feel.
I think part of for guys that don't like to talk in the relationship too much, part of it is like having a partner where it's like, I don't feel like I have to,
So
expand this energy right
now. Yes,
you and I
are very, very similar. I'm finding. Susan talks all the time. I love that. I can just sit and take it in and be entertained and respond. I listen very carefully, but I don't come forth.
You don't
with
willingly.
It. Willingly. It's not about
you
willingly.
don't start the convo.
There's no motivation for words to come out of my mouth.
I've done this. I don't know if you've done this, though, Chantel. I was almost testing my boyfriend at the time. We'd be at dinner and I was like, well, I'm not going to talk because he's not going to talk. And we would sit in silence.
But that is called passive aggressive. We do not like
I
passive
ended up
aggressive.
well, this is why it didn't work out, because I ended up being so angry that he wasn't talking.
Oh man,
as a man, let me just say too. By the way, he probably really enjoyed that dinner.
Yeah, we will win that war of silence.
He probably enjoyed that.
We will definitely win that.
Well, there's two versions. Some men don't like listening to your stuff. Some men do like it, but we all
Probably really enjoyed the dinner.
Yeah, if you're like, how was dinner? We'd be like, oh, it was great.
We had a great dinner finally.
It was nice and it was just chill, We just sat back and ate. It was nice.
Aren't there guys though that will start the conversation?
Yes, but gentlemen.
Yeah, gay guys.
No, it's not just that. It's not just that.
Okay.
There's something behind what you just said. When the guy, no, listen, because this you'll I think appreciate. When guys are like that, we don't trust them. They're they're trying to manipulate you or something. It's we don't trust those guys, right? Gentlemen, am I right?
That's true.
Yeah. We immediately go, okay, what's he doing? Why is he doing that? That's not natural. What's he up to? What's he doing? I should be
worried if the guy's chit-chatting.
And by the way, gosh, we were in New York last week and we watched 2 dates where these men just talked incessantly. And I watched the women look like they just wanted to crawl under the table. They couldn't wait to get out of there. So you really don't want us to talk too much, because then it's all about us. And it was insufferable to listen to these guys talk.
So Chantel, you just want a few detailed answers.
She wants interaction. She wants connection, and she should get that.
Okay.
But I'm just telling you that we are very simple. Very simple, but you got to be super, super direct with us. And generally, we will give you the answer. It's just we won't expound on it necessarily. But if you ask a follow-up question that goes a little deeper, we will go with you.
With specifics.
No problem.
Okay.
No problem.
That helped me too.
Chantal, does that help?
Okay, I think so, yeah.
All right, call me back. We're going to be in here in a couple more weeks, and look for the announcement to follow up, and we'll take your call again, okay?
Okay,
All
sounds
right.
good.
All right, let's know how it goes.
Bye. You just hang right up.
I did radio
don't
for
even
many,
say
many
bye.
years. many years of radio. Well, they're what I know is they're still hearing us, so you can say goodbye after they're on hold.
Oh, okay.
And it gets weird if you're trying to hang up, and it's bye,
Got
bye,
it.
bye, bye.
You're
So
the pro. Okay,
it's just
got it.
old radio techniques. So special forces.
Okay.
Okay.
Special Forces. You told me about it when we did our Oklahoma musical.
Yes.
And
Musical.
I forgot about it because it was so long ago. And I'm a big Hannah Brown fan too. Bachelorette season, I forget the season. But
So all your favorite people were there in the desert with me.
it couldn't have been a more incredible cast.
For you. It was the Chase O'Donnell cast.
Yeah. You, Hannah Brown, Nastia Lukin, Mel B, Beverly from Mitchell from Seventh Heaven, Jamie Lynn Spears, who, by the way, the poor girl, episode 1 was just breaking down. And I was really, really impressed with her.
Jamie Lynn fucking saved my life.
Tell me more.
So
Well, and then
I will answer you. See how that works?
You had yes, you had a tough exit because it wasn't your choice.
God damn it, it was not my choice.
So
did I tell you that part too when we were in the park?
No,
Yeah.
you left it all.
I don't think
secret.
I could tell anybody yet. So she's talking about this reality show Special Forces we did for Fox. In addition to the group that she mentioned, it was Mike Piazza, Danny Amendola, Dwight Howard.
I didn't know any of the men.
Really?
I just knew all the girls.
Montel
Yeah.
Jordan. I just left somebody out ahead of my head. Whoever it is, I'm sorry, because they're all my dear friends now.
You're group chatting with
Mel
them.
B's. Yeah, I was just group chatting with them.
I couldn't believe they started you out in like over 100-degree
125 degree heat.
running for 2 miles.
Yes, it was insane.
Poor Kate +8, or
I know.
Bennett and Kate +8.
Yes, Kate Gosling. That was somebody else we didn't mention.
She
who else we
topped
interviewed?
house.
But you asked me to tell you more about Jamie Lynn Spears. So Jamie,
Yeah.
a couple things. So we're out in the desert. We're crawling. They're smashing our face into the sand. We're jumping into water pits on top of each other. It was beyond crazy. And you're always off balance because they never tell you exactly what they want. They just start yelling at you. So they just pick up that pack. You're like, what pack? Where? What? They just say, the pack. Get it. And
Oh
you're
my
just like,
God,
it's
so
like
scary.
Constant. And these 4 scary dudes are yelling at you too. And within the first, they put us on a train and blew the train up and then marched us in the desert. You didn't see the part where they attacked the
No.
train? You better watch the first episode
I saw
again.
you guys in the train.
Did you see the explosion? They blew Kate and I flew out of our seats.
What?
Yes.
Missed that.
And then they put hoods over our head and marched us through the
I
desert.
thought the hoods over the head was a bit much.
I've had some
So-
military people mention that seemed a little bit much for them too.
yeah,
but,
wow.
but we didn't care. It's cooler.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
It's like just get us in the shade, and not so bright.
Oh, right.
And so they marched through the desert and they yelled at us and then had us crawl and then you didn't see all the crawling and all this stuff we were doing. So,
Oh my God.
and then we go march into our camp. You see the camp.
Yeah.
And then they start yelling at us to do more things, take our clothes off.
Yep.
No, we weren't ready
Strip
for that.
down.
We had no idea that was coming. Roll in the sand and put it. Oh my God. So, but within the first couple hours, they had us completely brainwashed, hypnotized. And because you'll do anything they tell you at that point. It's really
Yes, staff.
Yes, staff.
Yeah.
That's all you can say is yes, staff. and it's uncanny how quickly that happens. In fact, at lunch, we were all kind of milling around like quietly, and Kate Gosling looked up and she goes, "Guys, look at us. They've changed us already." And we were all like, yeah, first of all, we're traumatized. Secondly, we're like a unit now. We're bonded
Yeah.
together. And so we go through the day, we jump out of the helicopters.
And I want to know, were you terrified out of your mind? Because everyone did it.
Yeah, I was about the 4th or 5th one.
You had to fall. You had to have your arms back and just like.
Fall backwards out of a helicopter. Yes, into the Red Sea, 3 stories up. Yeah, I know. Chase is like, what?
I mean,
but at that point, you're already doing whatever they tell you. And at that point, they just kept saying, just follow our directions, you'll be fine.
and then if you don't do it right, they're like, fail.
Fail.
They're so-
and by the way, in the people that failed got hurt.
I know.
I mean, because you have to do it exactly the way they tell
Or
you, or
it's
you
like
get
cement.
hurt. It's like cement. I mean, and Kate ended up getting really hurt. I ended up
Going
in the
home.
ICU bed next to her, by the way. That's sort of how that all ended. But I had a great day. I was scared, but I just had faith. I was just, I've never been in a helicopter before. The hardest part about that was I had to crawl out, the things the helicopter lands on, the rails. There were 2 rails, it's fucking Mission Impossible stuff. I had to get out on the lower rail because the rotors were about to hit my head. And so you're flying over the Red Sea, climbing outside the helicopter. That part was a little crazy.
Oh my gosh.
And then once they said, "Are you ready?" I went, "I guess so." Close your hand, just tighten your body, go.
And you just like,
and I was dying to be in the water because
it was so hot.
It was so hot, I'm in a lifeguard. Water was where I needed to be as much as possible, and I knew that, and so. And the highlight of my day was the big black guy was getting out of the water was no easy task. You're in full gear and boots, and you have to climb up on this what do you call it? Dock on a dock, and he goes, "How do you think you did?" And I'm like, "Oh shit, I don't know." I was like, "Well, I kind of, I don't know." He goes, "Perfectly executed dive. Sit down." And I'm like, "Oh my God," I was elated.
Mel B got out too. She's like, "It wasn't good," and he's like, "It's never been better." That was the best one yet.
So the day goes on, and as I'm going home, now we had 2 canteens, and if you weren't fully topped off with water, they would punish the whole group.
I saw that.
And so I never had water. I was always drinking. I never had enough. And so when they would tell me, "Do you need water?" I'd go, "Yeah, I'm fine." So I got really dehydrated.
Because you had to always have it full.
And I was always drinking it. And at my age, I should have paid much more attention to that. They also told us not to use our fluid tablets until later because it had to last for the 10 days, which was also a mistake. And so I'm pissed that I did that. And on the way back from the helicopter, I started getting this headache. And I thought, what's wrong? Then I got nauseated. And then I got fucking sick as hell. And I was trying to hide it from everybody. Because I didn't want anybody. First of all, I thought the staff would yell at us if I got sick, and secondly, I didn't want to go. I wanted to get through this. And finally, Jamie Lynn said I was looking through her. She was like talking to me, and I wasn't responding right, and she took me to the medic.
I could tell just like because they showed that scene, and they're like, "How are you doing?" And you're like, I'm not doing that well, and I could see how much pain you were in and that you were trying to put on this good face.
It was ridiculous. And it would happen so
It shows
fast.
so much of your character, though, that you weren't all the people were a mess and you were just like, I've been better. If you were in such
I was kind of in shock. I don't mean physical shock so much as it was shocking to me how sick I was getting, how fast. I thought, this got to turn around.
And as a doctor, you know what's going on.
I had to go read up on heat stroke and all that stuff. And it's much more dangerous than I thought. I'm used to treating it like an 85-year-old old ladies. You know what I mean? I've treated it many times there, but not in a 65-year-old male. And in 125-degree heat, it happens. And I should have anticipated. Because from a cardiovascular standpoint, I was totally ready. I was great. I was having a great day.
I think you would have been able to get through the whole thing.
Nah, I think I would have made it about 3 or 4 days.
Okay.
Because I think I would have. You notice how for Piazza and Amendola, Scaramucci and stuff, their bodies gave out. They just couldn't go. I know that would have happened.
Oh,
because it really is a lot. They're putting you through a lot.
So wild. I was so thoroughly entertained, and I just highly recommend everyone watch it.
Well, thank you.
So.
It was a lot of fun to do, and mostly, and I think the whole cast agree, the big part was the group we came away with. And it was so
sure.
interesting. But Jamie Lynn Spears, I don't really have friends. And you guys are my first group of friends. I thought, oh my God, and by the way, she happened to be in Laguna Beach the weekend after the thing ended. She was taking her family to Laguna Beach. We were at a condo right next door. We spent the whole weekend with her and her kids. Her husband is amazing. Her kids are delightful. She is just a wonderful woman.
She's been through it.
Yes. And she's a wonderful woman. Any questions about any of the other cast? Hannah's great.
Well,
Hannah,
my girl Hannah.
Do you want me to tell
I
you
feel
about?
like they're my friends.
Yeah.
I'm watching Hannah like I know her. But I just feel like she was great.
She does really, really, really well.
I know
Yeah.
I know the ending.
Okay.
Should I spoil it, or we'll let people watch?
Yeah, let's make them watch. But she does really well, like remarkable.
I think it was more just
Carly.
like,
We left out Carly Lloyd. We left her out.
I don't
Soccer player. World famous soccer player.
I didn't know who she was going into it, but now fan. It was more like watching it and just being like, wow, this is all mental. Everything is in our heads. Oh, it's not.
If we're mental, I'd still be there.
Right,
you know what I
right.
mean? I
But
just got physically several of us in Piazza
but like
and Mama
doing
Dole.
some things,
The mental part was doing things you would never
and
do.
you just have to like be calm in the most intense
You
situations.
just have to just do it. You have to trust these guys.
Tell your brain you can do it.
Yeah, or really just shut your brain off and listen. It's like that. And
That was the wild part.
Yeah, it's a brainwashing of sorts.
Yeah.
And it's quite a thing to be a part of. So we had fun. And I'm glad you watched it. Nobody else you interested in hearing about?
Mel B?
Mel B's the greatest.
I didn't know she was in such an abusive relationship for
I
10
didn't
years.
either.
That was shocking for me to
I'm
hear.
going to see her maybe next week, and we're going to meet strangely in France. We're going to meet her in France. She travels around a bit.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, I loved the Nastia Lukin.
Nastia is delightful. So here's a Nastia story.
Okay.
So we went to quarantine for a week before we got to the camp on the beach where it was 105 degrees on the beach. I actually took a picture of my iPhone, weather that week because it was 105. I thought,
Oh my
Jesus.
God.
And I was first day I go out on my porch and I see a guy running on the beach with headphones, a hoodie with the hood up, and a parka on. And military boots. And I thought, oh, well, this has got to be one of us. So I go out there and I introduce myself as Danny Amendola. And just because as we were standing there, Beverly Mitchell runs up, then Nastia runs up. And once Nastia ran up, she just got everybody together. She was like the social sort of center of the thing. Like, I don't care about the quarantine. We're hanging out. That's the way this goes. And Nastia and Amendola knew each other from
Sports.
Sports co-friend or something. And Nastia really was sort of it's interesting. It wasn't, you didn't see it in the unit as much, but she was sort of the social center of everything.
Aww,
yeah.
I love that.
Very talkative, very social, and very, and she got everybody together and kept them together, which was nice. So
It's always so nice hearing about
Gus Kenworthy. We didn't mention Gus.
people that you like look up to and hearing that they're nice, or it's all
Most people are, right?
That's what I always want to hear.
Most people, but this is a group that was sort of exceptionally so, I'd say. You know how most people are kind of nice, kind of social and fun, but this group, maybe it's just because we were in such extraordinary circumstances together, but it was really, I can't imagine I will not be in touch with these people forever kind of thing. Yeah. And Beverly, again, delightful person. Great mom.
Thank you for the insight.
Yeah, so there you go. We're indulging ourselves
That's so cool
today.
you were on that show.
This episode is brought to you by Manscaped. Perfect time considering April is Testicular Cancer Awareness Month. Perfect time to help raise awareness and to fundraise for a good cause. The leaders in below-the-waist grooming partnered with the Testicular Cancer Society to remind you to check your golden nuggets this month for anything not so golden. And while you're down there, shave your balls. And while you shave your balls, support a good cause and go to manscaped.com. Use promo code AFTERDARK to get 20% off plus free shipping. These products are excellent. They're high quality. They think of everything. And to help remind you guys to check for testicular cancer for a limited time, you can get the new special edition Purple TCS Lawnmower 4.0 electric waterproof trimmer. And with the launch of their special edition purple trimmer, Manscaped will be donating $50,000 to their longtime partner, the Testicular Cancer Society, to help those impacted by testicular cancer. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code AFTERDARK at manscaped.com. That is 20% off plus free shipping with code AFTERDARK at Manscaped, Manscaped, manscaped.com. Make sure to spread the news and tell your buddies to check themselves. It is Testicular Cancer Awareness Month. I love athletic wear that you can use to lounge in, or loungewear that you can use for athletic wear, and Bird Dogs is exactly that. Of course, the great Bert Kreischer wears these things all the time. He sleeps in them. He smokes cigars in them. I guess he kind of works out in them when he does work out. I love them. They're versatile. They give you the freedom to wear one pair of shorts or pants, whether it's at a meeting or when I work out every day. And so I have to kind of seamlessly go back and forth between my office sometimes or doing podcasting like this. And I love wearing stuff that just is comfortable and it looks good. It looks great. It's stretchy. The fabric makes you feel like you're wearing something other than gym attire. It looks like something you could wear to the office as well. So I want you to go to the Bird Dogs website and see what I'm talking about. These are extremely comfortable wear. You won't be sorry you did. Go to Bird Dogs website, link in the description. And when you enter promo code After Dark, they will also throw in a free Yeti style tumbler with every order. Again, that is the Bird Dog website, link in the description, and the promo code is After Dark. Let's do this. Here's more dating type stuff.
Oh,
all right?
okay.
This is Darren. Darren, what's going on? New York.
Hello.
Yeah, buddy, what's happening?
Dr. Jeans, what's going on?
Yeah, man.
Hello?
We're here.
How you doing, Dr. Jeans?
Yeah, James.
So,
Hi, Mommy.
thanks for having me, first of all.
You bet.
I just wanted to touch on a topic that was briefly spoke about in previous episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm a 32-year-old young black man living in Queens, New York. I have my own apartment, my own car. I'm an electrician, construction worker of 9 years. I'm a foreman, and I do not care about having a wife or getting married or even having a girlfriend. Why? Am I weird? Something wrong with me?
Well, Chase says no. She's shaking her head no, but it's common, that's for sure.
Hi, Darren. This is Chase. I
What's up,
too
Chase?
am a millennial, and I don't think that's weird.
So what do you think? What is creating all that? I see it all the time.
Is it Miley Cyrus's new song "Flowers"?
That's it.
That she can buy herself flowers.
That's what it is.
Because that's what I feel. I don't need a man.
Well, not need, but is that why men aren't interested in women? Because
No, but I think it could be the other way too. Like we're happy alone. Why do we need someone? Unless they're gonna really
whole
make
thing
our
is
lives better.
I'm sorry. My whole thing is my parents are already married with 4 kids and they were my age. And it's like I'm way behind, I feel like, you know?
Yeah, well, you're behind them, but you don't have to do what they did. But you have no plan to change that, which is what the difference is, I think. And maybe you will, by the way. Maybe when you're much older, all of a sudden it'll start looking like something you want to do, which is also a reasonable strategy. Here's what I've been hearing from men. And Chase, you tell me if this is accurate.
I'm listening.
Women are taking care of themselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
They are much more autonomous. They're much more economically self-sufficient. This is good news, everybody, right? This is a great thing. Unfortunately, we're also in a time when women have been sort of expressing condemnation towards particularly white males. You know, a lot of patriarchy talk, a lot of your toxic masculinity. And so all the things that are spontaneously male are being talked about as bad. And so men want to be good people and they don't want to be seen as a predator or as toxic. So they either hide some of that stuff.
That is it.
Or they don't go to you because they don't want to be made to feel bad. They don't want to feel diminished by it. And so they have pornography, they have prostitutes, they turn to all these. I haven't seen young men turn to prostitutes my entire career, and now it comes up in conversation.
Wow.
Yeah. And
Can I say something?
yeah.
You hit the nail on the head. That's what it is. Because every time I'm in a relationship with a girl, she breaks up with me or cheats on me, I feel like straight up shit for the next month and a half. I want to get out of bed. I hate my life.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a loser. I feel depressed and down on myself. Like, why am I like this? Why can't I find a girl? But when they're not around, I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm good. You know, I have no reason to feel bad about myself, you know? I'm a good dude. I know I am. But
Yeah. It actually,
she makes me feel like shit.
Darren,
So I'm like, you know what? I'll just stay away from it.
Darren, I actually get pain in my heart when I hear you say that because people are leaving out the reality that men are sensitive, men are humans, men like and need relationships like anybody else, but they have been really shit on for quite some time here. And so what I'm hearing is a little stronger version of what Darren is saying, which is that's what happens. I'm fine with my porn and prostitutes. I'm good.
Is that's what I'm saying?
No, that's what the males say.
Yeah.
And the women are saying, women, you can say that too. And Chase O'Donnell evidently says this.
I didn't want you to put that in my mouth. Okay.
But you buy yourself flowers,
and
she said she's fine with the porn and the prostitutes. So,
No.
and hey, by the way, maybe we'll get there where women use prostitutes more frequently. I don't know.
I'm in a place, Darren, where I'm just like, all my 20s were like, oh, you need to find a man. And I'm at a place where like, oh, unless there's someone that's super great, that's going to make me so excited, realizing that like my life is just fine. and I'll just my life is great. And then if someone comes into it to enhance it, even better. But I'm not like looking for a relationship.
And that's sort of how Darren's feeling. Yes, Darren?
Darren, should we date?
Yeah, how old are you, Chase?
Yeah, I'm 32.
You should date.
Yeah, should we date?
Yeah, actually, so you know exactly what I'm going through. We were born in 1890.
Yeah,
you know,
91.
We've been through so many different things. And it's like, what the fuck is the point in getting a relationship? But I'm perfectly fine alone.
And I think there's sort of a weird biological thing going on too, where the reproducing seems to be very risky these days. Like what are you bringing kids into? You know, you guys have had a lot of stuff go on in your lives, and you're really wondering why would I bring a child into this necessarily? So
well, that's not necessarily it, Doc. I'm sorry to cut you off, but there's nothing I would rather be on this planet more than a husband and a father.
You'll get there.
I want to be a husband and a father.
You'll get there.
Sadly, but
you'll get there, my friend.
I think when the right girl comes along, you'll want to be in that relationship, and until then, be your best self.
For sure. And there's a piece of this too, that you may not be picking the right people, and you may be getting overly codependently involved too quickly. So one of the things you can do is just practice dating and hanging out with people and not getting involved. You know, that could sometimes make things worse, because sometimes you get sort of weirdly protective, of relating. But I think there's some of it you got to take responsibility for. Is apparently my picker's off a little bit, and I get too deep in too quick. So take a look at that also, because you're saying you want something, you'll get it if that's what you want. All right, Darren?
It's just that, I mean, one more thing before I let you go, Doc. I remember on the show you guys talked about how when a guy expresses emotions, it dries up the vag. What am I supposed to do? Who am I supposed to talk to about this?
So what he's talking about, Chase is like, oh, what?
This is the opposite of Chantel's problem.
It's different. This is why men are so fucked up. That's why we're so fucked.
Oof.
This was at Christina's show. We couldn't really show a clip of that, could we? No. So on her show, she and I were talking, and this voice message came in where this woman's like, my husband is so emotional. He's been really depressed lately. He's so needy, and he needs me. And he's like talking about his emotion all the time. And I just talk about a vag dryer. I never want to see this guy again.
I saw that.
And we were like, and I was like, oh, this is beautiful. So now the guy's in need, open emotionally. Fuck you, get out of here. I never want to see. I'm definitely not sexually attracted to you anymore. And so this is why men sort of shut up. So Darren, again, it's more about. All in good time, right? Don't too vulnerable too fast. That's a codependency thing. It's a love addiction thing. Just kind of take your time, and don't be so vulnerable, so forthcoming so quickly. Okay?
Keep it high and tight.
All right, better keep it high and tight, my friend.
Coming up in May.
This is fun having Chase in here. We just do relationship talk all the time.
Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm honored to be giving this advice.
Good.
I don't
Yes,
know
you
if I'm
should.
qualified, but I
That's
feel
good.
like I have
Well, we'll do some stuff that maybe you
some
don't.
things. Okay.
Maybe you don't know about. This is something I talked about just recently. I'll talk about again, because people always ask about this. Before we get to Tyler, do you guys agree with everything I said so far? I mean, if you disagree, please bring in, gentlemen.
No, 100%. And I was waiting for him to admit that he actually did want those things, because that's delusion. If you're trying to tell yourself, "Oh, I'm fine by myself. I buy myself roses."
He is okay in the sense that he's not unhappy the way he gets with the vulnerability of relationship, right?
Yeah, but I also don't believe that. You are still unhappy. You're just unhappy.
You're not fulfilled. You're not where you want to be.
Right.
Yeah, we get that. I get that. Tyler.
Hi, Tyler.
Dr. Drew.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey, so and the Booth Boys and Dr. Chase filling in. Awesome to talk to you guys. I really wanted to ask about hemotospermia. I don't know if that's the right way to pronounce that, but essentially what I had happened on the 18th of, like, recently, I was doing some solo action, and the light was a little bit pink. So I was very concerned. And then a couple of days after, I tried again, same thing. And I was like, oh, like, I might have something going on. So I did a little bit of doom scrolling. Definitely shouldn't have done that. I wanted to call and address it, because I don't know if there's other audience members out there that have had the same thing happen to them.
Yep.
So yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at.
Hematospermia is very common. It's blood in the sperm, in the semen.
Ooh, sounds scary.
It is scary, but it's rarely anything serious. If you were older, how old are you, Tyler? 20?
I'm 25.
Yeah. If you were older, we'd worry about bladder growths and urethral growths and prostate cancer, things like that. But at your age, it rarely is anything. I do, when patients come in with this complaint, I do make them see a urologist just to be sure. You never know when something weird's going to happen. It is a symptom. You got to double check. But of the many, many times I've seen it, I've never seen it have been due to anything serious ever.
But what if you're with a girl and she sees pink?
She won't be too happy.
I think that would be scary for the girl.
Well, let me scare everybody.
Okay.
When I was getting prostate biopsies on a regular basis, you'd have frank blood coming out for a few weeks.
Oh, just blood?
Just blood. At least that's what it looks like. Yeah, good times.
That's kind of cool, though.
You're kind of cool.
So my question, I guess, is like, with Tyler, it's sporadic or it's every time?
Just those 2 times, I think, right? Just 2 times?
Yeah, so most recently, like I just started like being with somebody in like last month. So like, and she doesn't mind, watching me, have my own fun. So I was about to send her something and I watched it and I was like, oh, like this is not what I want to send.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Recently,
Better not.
It seems like it went away, but I'm just making sure, like, am I okay to, keep, is it something where you got to get it out kind of a thing?
No, not really. No, and it doesn't. You're not going to hurt her with it. But just see a urologist just to be sure. I'm really not worried about you. Let me just say something. I say every time, people have to understand. Blood in your urine, particularly frank blood in your urine, is vastly more serious than blood in your semen.
Okay.
And while the blood in the semen seems more sort of extraordinary, blood in the urine has way more bad things associated with it. So just keep that in mind and just see the urologist and you will be A-okay.
If he doesn't, like for anyone going through this, it goes away on its own usually.
Yeah. And then it kind of comes back sometimes, but sometimes it's like a vein, a little irritated vein or something that's bleeding.
He'll be just fine.
It's just fine. Speaking of just fine, there's a video entitled "Old Guy Loves Black Dick."
Speaking of just fine, here we go.
I'll leave that alone.
I just love a big black dick, but only in my mouth. I'm already 60 and I'm already worried about anal leakage problems. I don't need that asshole stretched out any more than it is.
My favorite part is his Canadian accent. My mouth.
Who filmed this video?
He's talking to somebody, right? And somebody recorded him while he was expressing his proclivities. No?
Well, good for him.
I know, good for him. He knows what he likes, knows what he wants.
Look, it has 30.6 thousand likes.
Yeah, see, somebody appreciates
how you get
the guy.
a following.
I got to tell you though, as always, I'm fascinated by the surroundings he's in.
Yeah, where is he?
Is he in his garage?
A little man shed.
A man shed, and normally when you're in the man shed, particularly if you have a prominent air conditioner like that, he must be in a hot area of Canada. I think this isn't even the white thing over his right shoulder. Isn't that also an air conditioner?
Yeah, he's got
like
two
air
conditionings. He would not survive in Jordan.
And he has no shirt on. And
so it's really hot.
Really hot, but he's not sweaty, and that's not a place where you would normally not have your shirt on. It looks almost like an apothecary shop. Yeah. It's apothecary shop meets woodworking area, right? Am I seeing anything else than that? Versus...
yeah, it's like a little woodworking studio.
But a lot of electronic sort of stuff coming through.
Let me just say, I wouldn't...
just love a big black dick.
I wouldn't have expected this man to be saying that.
Which is what I like about it. That's what's fun.
It's fun.
Yes.
That's a fun vid.
Yeah. Is there more of him?
That's it.
But you do have more of Bob, Blind Bob.
Oh, we sure do.
Oh boy. Chase, hang on.
This is one you've seen.
Bob. I have viewed your explosive diarrhea video in McDonald's. Just curious to know where that was at. I'm from Southgate, Michigan. I am a blind person, and my computer has speech on it so that it reads text to me. So anytime I get emails or anytime I go to a web page and anything that has to do with text, text, Window Eyes will read it to me. I enjoyed it, and it would have been interesting for you to describe what was in the toilet after you went, but I would love more shit videos from you. I like this as just kind of a fun thing, and just curious to know what gave you the shits like that, and what prompted you to do a dump video. Feel free to call me at 734-324. You can email me also at rrea@sbcglobal.net. Check out my webpage, www.southgate, one word, SOUTHGATE-MI-weather.com. Like to have your input.
He's plugging.
And as to my weather page. Also, I'm thinking of getting some video equipment and would like to get some ideas from people as to what kind. Some of them has good stereo quality on them and stuff, and I like that. Good audio quality means everything to me. But I was just curious about that video because I can't see anything, and wondered, if you could tell me more. But if you do any shits, please turn the recorder on as you're walking in the bathroom. Let me hear you, do everything. Put the toilet seat down, unbuckle your pants, sit down, do a good stream of pee in the water, and take a dump. And after you're done going to the bathroom, describe what's in the toilet, and keep the recorder on till you flush the toilet or whatever. But it's just a fun thing. Be interested to know where you live, just trying to make friends. I've seen a lot of videos on here, shit videos.
I think we're good.
Some are good, and, I don't know what the percentage is, but there's a lot that is not good quality, or, there's a lot of talking in the background, laughing, whatnot, and you can't hear anything.
We just need to hear the shitting.
Where you can hear stuff. I'm just curious to know what prompts people to do the things that they do.
Is it starting
I'm
over,
also
or is he
into
still going?
He's still going.
Videos. I like hearing the commercial
I think he has something.
craft jets coming and going and taking off, and so.
He likes to imagine it being at an airport.
But I'm recording from my video camera.
So embarrassment is part of the whole thing,
here,
right?
and would love to know.
But he's so
more.
genuine.
So get back to me. Name is Bob.
Hi, Bob.
New meaning to shits and giggles.
That was the most genuine video asking for the most horrendous thing. But I like, that's when you use the word bless your heart. Like, bless your heart, Bob. Oh my gosh.
I know. I had the same reaction. This is the second time I've seen Bob. Not this. This is a new video for me, but I had the exact same reaction. I went from sort of like my heart goes out to him, and I'm fascinated by how his sensory system works.
He has no shame saying that's what he's into.
Well, he frames it as not a weird sexual thing, just funny, just fun, just this funny thing.
Yeah, this is just fun.
Just kind of cool.
It's just a fun thing.
Just a fun thing. Just a fun thing. It's just a fun thing.
Yeah.
So he delivers it. It's making shit taste like Devonshire cream, but and Bob has died of cancer since then.
No, stop it.
I know. I get even weirder about it myself.
Bob, I was watching him with such love in my heart.
I know. You can still keep the love in your heart for Bob.
Oh,
He
Bob,
appreciates that.
That's all he wanted. His dying wish. Did he get it?
Good shit.
I'm sure he did. I'm sure he got it.
Oh, Bob.
So there we are. Humans are
Sweet
truly
man.
Are humans not extraordinarily interesting? Just extraordinary. I don't know that other primates would be interested in listening to other primates take a shit. I just call me crazy.
I don't think so.
Don't some primates throw shit?
They mess around with shit a lot,
but
I don't know that they would sit and look at another primate taking a shit or listen to it or.
Yeah, I kind of have a theory on this guy.
Oh.
I think he is either some kind of psychologist or some kind of used to be scientist, and he's doing the first ever auditory sonic research on bowel movements across the country.
Oh, what a sweet
This
guy.
is your theory?
Yeah, that's my theory.
So keep that to yourself. Anyways.
Well, thank you for showing me that video. You show me the most remarkable videos.
I know it's been all about love today.
Thank you.
So let's clear. I don't know what to say. I had a lot more to say about him last time when I was thinking about his blindness and his sensory and the ear hearing and the shitting and the belt buckling and is it sexual? Is not? I don't know, but whatever it is, I agree with you. There's something endearing
so
about him.
genuine.
Yes. Let's clear our palate with a little horrible or hilarious.
Oh, okay. It's
Chase
gonna
was
be
looking
horrible.
Chase was looking forward to these.
I think I know the answer.
Yeah, generally
Okay.
is.
No! He's under there.
Oh, he's crying out. He seems okay. Well, it's sort of hilarious then. It's
Horrible.
always it's always hilarious if they're okay.
Horrible.
Right? The horrible is what could have just happened. That's the horrible part.
Okay, if he's okay, then it's hilarious.
Yes. Got rolled over by a Mercedes truck, almost like a dump truck.
Oh, this is why you have to be so
Cargo
careful
truck.
in those bike lanes.
Yeah, the car door opened and threw him.
And threw him in front of a truck. The truck drove over him, and then he crawled himself way out of under the truck. I mean, I'm thrilled someone caught that on camera.
I think that's one of these,
it's a
everything's on
reenactment.
camera now. No. It's cameras are everywhere, right? The street, anywhere. The thrilling part is that you're able to get access to this stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
I bet he's a hometown hero.
Okay, give me another.
Okay, give us another. Oh no,
These are
Dr.
never-
Drew. No.
Oh, they're laughing at him. That's not people get really hurt with those ATVs.
Are you gonna show me anyone die?
They only tell you later.
I can.
No,
You
I don't
can?
want. I don't want
Oh,
it.
okay.
I need to know they're
Bless
all
your
safe.
heart.
Okay.
No, I think that's that might have been a
I thought I was about to see him get decapitated.
no, nothing like that. They have those, but they will not show them to you.
Oh, but he's okay. He's thriving.
Do we know?
He's fine.
Is that for sure? Okay, good.
Okay. Well, hilarious.
Yes, hilarious.
Hilarious.
I feel like, well, show me what other videos I have up there to choose amongst. I feel like we need to anchor today's show in something. No. Is he dead? He's just stuck on the bull? Oh my god.
No.
This is horrible.
Is he dead?
It's still going. Does it keep going? For
Is
how
he
long?
just the most talented bull rider? And
He's caught on the bull. I think he can't
caught.
get off. Right?
Yeah, he was also fine.
He's good.
he's
But
alive.
He was just
fine.
staying
He's
on the whole
thriving.
time. Yeah.
He's totally fine. I think you're messing with me.
They are messing with you. This person is not fine. This person, these guys.
He's not okay.
He's not fine at all. There's nothing fine about
Do
this.
people do this for fun?
They
Was that
ride
for
bulls
fun?
like this in Mexico. It's
Yeah, I know. But
they have rodeos down there.
oh, the poor thing. That was wild.
Ugh.
So he hit his head and
I
got
guess.
knocked
Is
out.
that what happened?
It looked like he
There were so many things.
knocked his head super, and then he was
Yeah.
just out.
Yeah.
But I didn't see. I wasn't really watching.
We can play it again.
No,
Don't
that's
you
okay.
dare.
No. We're
Don't
fine.
you do
Do
it.
they eventually get him off the bull? Do we see that part? Way down-
No, it cuts off.
Yeah, we
Okay.
don't see it, but
Thank
they
you.
get him off.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
He's
and
not still on
and then
it.
he goes home.
He's not still on it right now. Oh my goodness.
Oh my.
No, what are my other
God.
choices? I don't want to see horrible, hilarious. I want to see something.
I think that one was horrible. Do you
Yes, that was
agree?
horrible.
Okay.
All right. This is okay. This is
too much
I wanted
for
this
me.
one for you. This is more relationship
This is
stuff.
for me.
Advice for bringing a girl over.
I can give that.
Gotta talk about cleanliness. Can't call yourself no man if your ass ain't clean.
Okay.
So, if you're gonna invite a girl
Clean
over,
your feet.
2 rooms you need to make sure you have clean before you even get to the motherfucking bedroom.
All right.
Okay.
That's the living room where y'all gonna be spending most of y'all time
Yeah.
at. And the bathroom where
Yeah.
she probably gonna go when she gotta piss and shit, whatever.
Okay. Whatever.
So with that living room, make sure you vacuum that shit after you clean it up and light a candle. I know some of y'all might think candles are for, that shit might be fruity. You fruity, bitch. But also, when you clean that bathroom,
Yeah.
make sure you clean that toilet. Clean behind the toilet and clean them 2 little knobs that you be leaving the piss on. Clean that toothpaste off of that mirror in the bathroom. Okay? And don't wait too late to clean. if you know that you might have a chick coming over the next day or two, go ahead and clean the day before. Because if you don't, the fruit flies gonna tell on you. All right?
All right.
I'll let you.
Oh, he gets lots of ladies, this guy.
But I'm going to tell you something. I have learned through talking to women that this is a much more important issue than men realize. Right. And that this dude is absolutely correct.
Yeah,
100%
I actually
correct.
loved that he said living room and bathroom, didn't even mention the bedroom.
Yeah.
But also clean the bedroom.
Yes. But he's saying, look, priorities.
Yeah, I loved that.
And and I know you ladies, you're going to look sort of behind the lid. You're going to look behind the toilet. If you see hair, you're done. You're out. Right?
I haven't done that.
You just by accident. You haven't gone, oh, ew.
Yeah, but if a guy looks like he lives in a frat house and it's that dirty, it is like, are you 22? Like, be an adult.
No, I noticed early, I forget, maybe it was Christina looking at videos, the first thing she would go is like, what's up with the curtains behind him? Ooh, the couch looks dirty. Ugh.
Yeah.
You guys pick up on that stuff instantly.
I went over to a guy's house and he had tissues everywhere. And he said it was not for what I thought.
What did you think it was for?
Cleaning up the mess you make. With the hand in an okay this,
sign?
Yeah.
Okay. You're like with the...
this.
Yeah.
But he said it was for like blowing his nose, but which is even also just as gross.
Right. So he has allergies or something. Yeah. I don't think gentlemen, if you had a sort of a public habit with your masturbation, you wouldn't leave. In fact, we're very careful. We're very stealthy. We wouldn't leave evidence around, right? We wouldn't leave Kleenex everywhere.
Yeah, no. That's
You
mean used tissues or tissue boxes?
No, boxes. I mean, let's say you were into such a habit in your living room that you just kept the boxes.
I think she means used tissues all over the apartment.
Oh, they were used tissues?
Oh, that dude's just a savage.
He didn't know I was coming over.
I thought it was just
so.
That's not. That's sus. Yeah.
You're
throw
real
those
close
away.
but it's
okay.
not. Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry. I was even just talking about even Kleenex boxes.
No, they were used.
Yeah. Oh, but forget it.
All over.
Gone.
Forget it.
All over.
All over.
Damn, he had a marathon.
Well, I just think they were just like never cleaned up.
Yeah, they just
what did you guys? Who stole Zolo's brain? What did you guys do with him?
What do you mean?
You turned him into a monster.
What is up with you always blaming us for how?
Because this was an innocent young man when this all started, and every time now I feel like you took his brain out and you put it somewhere. You just inserted your mom's house brain.
No, Zolo just gaslighted the shit out of you. He
is
too. This nigga's crazy as fuck.
He is now, but I don't know about before. But he's been around you guys the entire time. All right.
Started here too young.
Oh, maybe that's it.
His brain's still forming.
Well, Chase, it was great to see you. We got to do this more than once a year.
Oh my gosh!
And I want to let's get back soon and let's do because I like doing relationship stuff with you. I can't do that with everybody.
Oh, good. And I love talking relationships.
I can tell, and I think it's something that people kind of need right now. So let's schedule another day coming up sometime soon.
I can't wait.
Do more calls.
Well, I'm going to be back in May headlining in Austin. So when I'm out
Moon
here,
Tower?
maybe the Red Room at Cap City.
You bet I'll be coming up in May.
Literally,
you bet I'll be coming up in May.
I hope you're all coming up in May.
So when she's coming up in May, we'll get her in here.
That's what the name of the show should be. You bet I'm coming up in May.
You should be. It should be the name of the show. Right?
Okay, done.
Then we figured it out that just right here, right now. Right here, right now. Try it out.
You
Try it out.
witnessed it.
Thanks, everybody. It was really fun. Appreciate it. We'll see you next show.
Thank you. Good luck on everyone's issues.
All conversations and information exchanged during participation in the Dr. Drew After Dark podcast or interaction on the drdrew.com website is intended for educational and entertainment purposes only. Do not confuse this with treatment or physician medical advice or direction per se. You must always follow your medical professional's advice and direction. Nothing on these podcasts or posted on this site supplements or supersedes the relationship and direction of your medical caretakers. Please understand, I am not playing the role of physician in this environment per se. I'm educating. I am a licensed physician with specialty boards in American Board of Internal Medicine and American Board of Addiction Medicine.